Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 21st, and well, nothing too out of normal for the day. I mean, it's pretty much a flat range, like we've been talking about. It's kind of a waste too, because when you get that kind of a flat range situation where you have cyan below red, you better darn well take advantage of it. But the steel crossover that's taking place right now should prevent any kind of major breakout move. But still, stable enough, a little bit of range in between where it fades off a little bit. But perfectly normal within this type of move. Consolidate for a little bit, and then we get the month-end play again, which just means that when you get a signal, you have to react to it. If you're playing intraday, if you're just looking for a longer swing, then right now, right in line. I mean, you can see the ABM right at the top side of it, not quite near the bottom. That's just the place to be. Clean and simple. This is starting to get a little out of control. It's going to help the S&P moving into the 116 range now for the euro. Quite a run from, if we shrink it, you'll see what we saw way back. A little divergent trade here as we started to climb within that level, and we started seeing improvements in both the shakeout, and we saw it also in the extreme histogram as well as in the DOC, and that led to an overall turnaround conversion. And the last buy came in right down over here. We were at the 106.5 range. Here we are, a dime higher. That's staggering collapse of the dollar, and it's all related to the inability of any political move whatsoever to promote any growth. And clearly you're seeing the Republicans obstructing any idea of moving forward with tax relief, healthcare reform, and that means pretty much everything that was talked about is pretty much gone, is dead as far as the agenda. And that means that there's literally going to be the new multiple the market is establishing, which is what people are having a hard time with, because they're like, well, earnings and that don't justify. Well, no, it's a new multiple based on the fact that you have a growth factor for the economy as opposed to no growth. And that doesn't mean that we're going to produce growth. It just means that's the way the market's perceiving it. And if you don't recognize that, then you're going to be thrown off thinking everything is a short when it's really actually going to be looking undervalued to a lot of people who are changing that viewpoint. TLT still rising on that because now the expectation is there's not going to be rate increases, but they're mistaken because the reality is the Fed will continue to increase and start pushing its balance sheet lower while it can. As long as there's liquidity, they're going to dump into it. USO, again, we talked about this breakout potential getting up to the breakout zone. Everything was looking good for it, whether it was going to have any sustainability to it. We're already at plus 7. It's not that bad, but you're not getting any movement out of it. And we didn't expect too much. We expected to come back to this resistance point. See where we were overbought. It's not horrible. It's just not a great trade at this particular point. Gold being on this press stick that it was actually a decent trade, I think, and continues to be opportunity now moving into solid positive with this move. And the next level breakout, though, you're going to see is going to be above that 119. So it's right at the bottom edge of the ABM. And that's just because there's a lot of softness around there. You can see this is what happened. We continued up. Ton of positive extremes to fill back in. Came through, hit most of them, right back all the way through here. And softly came right back up to zero for the day. And I would expect a similar kind of behavior and pushing new highs, getting closer to, 2480 and 2485 are really key areas I would be looking at. We're still quite a ways off of them, but you should push those, and then you're going to get some cover that's going to probably propel things towards the 25, and that would be a big psychological area right in the 2496 to 2502 range. Is going to be like super duper excitement, not really anything major about them other than the psychological numbering. So that's the long and the short of it, mostly long. Still some decent plays when you get these DOCs with the orange above 13.5. It's always potential for a decent breakdown. In this particular case, it was worth 3 points. So no complaints there. As always, though, trade well. We'll talk to you later.